Abigail Williams. Got that order there. So February 13th, 2017, it's a Monday. They have a day off of school for an unused snow day. And Libby's older sister, Kelsey, the one I just mentioned, dropped them off to go for a hike on a public trail at 1 p.m., 1:15, and the father was going to pick them up at 3 o'clock. They were going to go out on this public trail in broad daylight on Monday morning and take photographs, because this is something they both love to do. And Libby took a photograph. I'm going to have to find because I'm out of order. Going to have to go online here, maybe. The photos aren't there. So I will describe it. At 1:40, Libby took a photograph of Abby walking across something called the High Bridge. It's an old railroad bridge that's being converted into this rails to trails thing. And that is the last known photograph of either of them alive. By the time their father got there at 3 o'clock, they didn't show up. And sometime between 1:40 and 3 p.m., they were both murdered in the woods below this bridge. And Libby was not done taking pictures, though, which is very impressive. This one I do have. Libby took this photograph, which actually she took this video, and then the police cropped that into a still image. And that is the suspect they have in the case. So that is one of the things they've been sharing. They also have a sketch artist rendition. Libby was doing a little more than just taking pictures. She was actively recording, I think on video, maybe in a pocket. Police have been very, very locked tight about what she got, although I recently spoke to them. It sounds like she got a lot more than maybe I had realized. And they were quite clear with me that they didn't think it was something the phone had accidentally picked up or that had been left on. They said that this girl had the presence of mind to turn it on and record in an absolute moment of terror, because she knew that this could be important. And so she has images of her killer, and she has his voice, which they released one very short clip of. And I don't know if I have audio on this, but I would urge you to go to abbyandlibby.org. Play that one more time. That is the suspect saying "down the hill," and it's just played on loop so you can hear his voice a few more times. So you have a 14-year-old, you have a child who has the presence of mind to try to record this for police, which is just kind of staggering to me. And now you have 21 months and no arrest. And so her sister and her family are urging people to continue to try to spread the word. They are hopeful that this photograph and this audio will at some point bring a suspect forward. And going back and forth interviewing her sister, who now wants to become a police officer now. She is a freshman, undeclared major, but taking criminology classes. And in the series of back and forth we had, I asked if there was anything that she felt I was leaving out, or if there was just anything that was an emphasis, a priority to her that she doesn't see in enough stories. And she said, anything that makes my sister and Abby human. That is what is missing from a lot of the stories. And I thought, she shouldn't be taking journalism classes, she should be teaching them. But that also goes back from true crime reporting to writing mysteries, writing about a fictional crime. And it's, I mentioned Lehane and Connolly in my earlier remarks. And what stood out to me, it still stands out to me about their work, is they always treated it very seriously when it came to victims and victims' families. And the crimes were not just thrown out there in the fashion of here's your game of Clue, here's your puzzle. And I've always responded the best to that type of writing. So that is the type of writing I strive to deliver. I don't know that I do, but it's the goal. You want to create the widest possible range of emotional experience for your reader. So I want to hold you in suspense. I'd like to scare you, I'll admit that. I would love to make you cry. Because if you can make somebody cry through a book, then you have created a connection of empathy between fictional character and reader that makes that bridge real. It's like that. The highest praise I have. I love hearing that people lost sleep. I do like that. Love hearing about nightmares. It's immensely rewarding. But if I can make you cry, that's really good. And the prophet in particular seemed to be one that got some of you to cry. That was interesting.